Shalom, shalom. Um, Today I was I was just gonna run a couple precepts and give some understanding on Exodus 20 and 12. It says, honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Spirit of thy God giveth thee. And this is keep the covenant of life to obey the word, and endure to the end. Proverbs 1 and 5. A wise man will hear and will increase learning, and a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsels. Every day we must study to show ourselves approved and not be beguiled by these false doctrines of creatures like camps and Christians. The fear, Proverbs 1, I'm sorry, Proverbs 1 and 7. The fear of the Spirit of God is the beginning of knowledge. But fools despise wisdom and instruction. My son, hear the instruction of thy father, and forsake not the law of thy mother. For they shall be an ornament of grace unto thy head, and chains about thy neck. My son, if sinners entice thee, consent thou not. Um, and I want to show Genesis 2:18. And the Lord, the Spirit of God, said, it's not good that the man should be alone, but be alone. I will make him and help me for him. And first Samuel 12:20 through 25. And it says, and Samuel said unto the people, fear not, you have done all this wickedness, yet turn not aside from following the Spirit of God, but serve the Spirit with all your heart, and turn ye not aside. For then should you go after vain things, which cannot profit nor deliver, for they are vain. For the Spirit of God will not forsake his people for his great name's sake, because it hath pleased the Spirit of God to make you his people. Moreover, as for me, Yahweh forbid that I should sin against the Spirit of God in ceasing to pray for you, but I will teach you the good and the right way. Only fear the Spirit of God and serve him in truth with all your heart, for consider all how great things he have done for you. But if ye shall still do wickedly, ye shall be consumed, both ye and your king. This life was made for many, but the next are for the Jews appointed to keep precepts and keep in the faith of salvation anointed till his coming. Isaiah 11:2 through 5. And the Spirit of the Lord shall rest upon him, the Spirit of wisdom and understanding, the Spirit of counsel and might, the Spirit of knowledge and of the fear of the Spirit of God, and shall make him of a quick understanding in the fear of the Lord. And he shall not judge after the sight of his eyes, neither reprove after the hearing of his ears, but with righteousness shall he judge the poor, and reprove with equity for the meek of the earth. And he shall smite the earth with the rod of his mouth, and with the breath of his lips shall he slay the wicked. And righteousness shall be the girdle of his loins, and faithfulness the girdle of his reins. And this is what wisdom brings when we hearken to that spirit that was given to us. Proverbs 2:1 through 6. My son, if thou wilt receive my words and hide my commandments with thee, so that thou incline thy ear unto wisdom and apply thine heart to understanding, yea, if thou criest after knowledge and liftest up thy voice for understanding, if thou seekest her as silver and searchest for her as for hid treasures, then shalt thou understand the fear, the desire of the Spirit of God, and find the knowledge of Yahweh. For the Lord, the Spirit of God, giveth wisdom. Out of his mouth cometh knowledge and understanding. And we're going to find out who that mother and father is now. Proverbs 4:1 through 9. Hear ye, children, the instruction of a father, and intend to know understanding. For I give you good doctrine. Forsake ye not my law. For I was my father's son, tender and only beloved in the sight of my mother. He taught me also, and said unto me, let thine heart retain my words. Keep my commandments and live. Get wisdom, get understanding. Forget it not, neither decline from the words of my mouth. Forsake her not, and she shall preserve thee. Love her, and she shall keep thee. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding. Exalt her, and she shall promote thee. She shall bring thee to honor. When thou dost embrace her, she shall give to thine head an ornament of grace. A crown of glory shall she deliver to thee. Let's go to Wisdom of Solomon 7-8. 7:28. For God loveth none but him that dwelleth with wisdom. I'm gonna go to 7:25. For she is the breath of the power of God, and a pure influence flowing from the glory of the Almighty. Therefore can no defiled thing fall into her. Chapter 9, verse 9-11. And wisdom was with thee, which knoweth thy works, and was present when thou madest the world, and knew what was acceptable in thy sight, and right in thy commandments. O send her out of thy holy heavens, and from thy throne of thy glory, that being present she may labor with me, that I may know what is pleasing unto thee. For she knoweth and understandeth all things, and she shall lead me soberly in my doings, and preserve me in her power. 9:13. For what man is he that can know the counsel of God, of Yahweh, or who can think what the will of the Creator is? And go down to 17-18. And thy counsel, who have known except thou give wisdom, and send thy Holy Spirit from above? For so the ways of them which lived on the earth were reformed, and men were taught the things that are pleasing unto thee, and were saved through wisdom. You're not going to be saved by Jesus the man. You're going to get saved by the fruits and the works that you've done in this life to bring them to the Father, and he's going to judge if you was acceptable or unacceptable. Second Ezra 13:55. Thy life hast thou ordered in wisdom, and hast called understanding thy mother. Wisdom of Solomon 7, chapter 7, 10-12. I loved her above health and beauty, and chose to have her instead of light. For the light that cometh from her never goeth out. All things together came to me with her, and innumerable riches in her hands, and I rejoiced in them all, because wisdom goeth before them, and I knew not that she was the mother of them. Wisdom of Solomon 8:21. Nevertheless, when I perceived that I could not otherwise obtain her, the Spirit, except God gave her me, which is the gift, and that was a point of wisdom also, to know whose gift she was. I prayed unto the Creator and besought him, and with my whole heart I said, Wisdom of Solomon 9:4-6. Give me wisdom. This is what I said. Give me wisdom that sitteth by the throne, and reject me not from among thy children. For I, thy servant and son of thy handmaid, am a feeble person, and of a short time, and too young for the understanding of judgment and laws. For though a man be never so perfect among the children of men, yet if thy wisdom be not with him, he shall be nothing regarded. John 4:22. If you don't have the Spirit of God, Christ, the wisdom, then you will be falling for a trap and falling into darkness every time. John 4:22. You worship, you know not what. We know what we worship, for salvation is for the Jews. But the hour cometh, and now is, when the true worshipers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth. For the Father seeketh such to worship him. God is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. Matthew 20:3-4. And he went out about the 6th and 9th hour and did likewise. And about the 11th hour he went out and found others standing idle with no wisdom. And he said unto them, Why stand ye here all the day idle? And they say unto him, Because no man hath hired us. And he said unto them, Go ye also into the vineyard, and whatsoever is right, that shall ye receive. So that's the spirit that he gave us to go out into to the field and spread his water. So the seed that was in us can produce the fruits that the Spirit of God is looking at the end to come and collect. And that's the end of the teaching.